stream as well. So on YouTube, Ben, I see you. Okay, so we should start shortly. Okay. Live in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, and almost. Okay. All right. All right. Let's confirm that YouTube. Let's confirm that YouTube is going on good. Confirm YouTube is going on good. Okay, how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing this morning? Real quick, we're going to go over trade setups. I think we should start from seeing how yesterday played out. Yesterday played out pretty cool. Okay, let's just go check out. Check out what we did yesterday. And at the same time, let's also just look at what's been happening and what we could potentially see. Okay, so right now I'm going to the map of this guy. Okay, let's go set up. Okay, so we had this right there. We never pushed all the way up, but from our initial entry or our initial potential sell setup, we had a nice down movement. Going all the way to our TP source. So today, what am I looking at? What are we looking at? Well, first of all, let's see if we can identify a range. Let's see if we can identify a nice range. Without a nice range, I believe we should understand that we don't have any real setup. We may be able to find some late entries, but primarily it means we really don't have any setup. Okay, so this could be a range. But as you see, we've not tested the lows. If I make this a range, then this box becomes too big. Okay, so I'm going to look for a slightly different trade setup here. So today is Wednesday. Typically, we should be expecting a reversal at some point, but before then, we should have a nice sharp move. So let's first make a case for a down movement. Okay, so we see this action happening here. We can look at it as this. We can also look at it as this. Okay, so let's see how price reacts in that range. But I think more importantly, let's go down to a 15-minute chart. Okay, just make sure we're live on the YouTube. Okay, we're live on the YouTube. Live on the YouTube. Okay. Okay, so we're live on the YouTube. Let's go back to GU. Okay, so on the 15-minute time frame, GU. Let's see if we can find a range, some sort of range. Okay, some sort of range, and we find that around here. Okay. Okay, so we just have this channel, we have this box, and typically what I'll be expecting here is some further down movement to ultimately give us a W on the lows. How low would this go? Dependent on how low the market wants to go. Probability. So it's all going to be dependent on what this market wants to do. Okay, so we could come this low, we're looking for a breakout of this structure. Honestly, I'm looking for a stop hunt to one of our previous levels. Okay, so talking about previous levels, we have our highs of the previous week all the way at the top. We have our lows of the previous week, the blue line all the way at the bottom. And currently we have our low of this current week, which happened yesterday, right below here at 1.3041. So we're somewhere dancing at the quarter mark. And at the quarter mark, indecision, right? So indecision, like we're halfway through the journey. Most people that's halfway through their journey will either take a break or take a pause, and that's just what the market also does. Okay, now just a moment. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm anticipating that we're going to have a W for this week. If you recall, last week we had a very, 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 very strong sharp move up on the Friday NFP and all of that. So all the way here. So we're looking at potentially. Remember, we don't want to be on the trap leg because we really don't know how far this guy are going to trap. So someone may be saying, so let's sell all the way down. But we are saying if we are right with our predictions that this goes all the way down, we're just going to wait to see the exhaustion before we actually jump in. And so our trade setups would be on the reversal of the stop horns or of the key levels. Okay, so I'm going to make a serious case for where potentially these bounces could happen. Okay, so that's a plot. So we have a trend line up above. I'm just going to put one here. I'm just going to put one right here. So I believe we can begin to see more clearly what's going on in the market. I would also switch back out to the 1 hour time frame so we can have some real estate to play with. So potentially based on this long up move last week, Friday, I'm actually going to go on and have some more up movement, but not after we've had a decent down move, because that's just what the market does. It can't just run up and run up in one direction. Okay, so our plot would be to wait. Our plot here would be to wait. So we can see taking this all the way back, there's a major trend line. So what do you think is going to happen? Everyone sees this major trend line. Everyone says, look, when this trend line is broken, boom, trend has changed. It's broken the trend line, right? It's going to come all the way down. So that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to show the masses all of that. And people are going to sell and have 50 pip SLs and all of that and push all the way down. For us, on the other hand, we'll be looking at exploring the opportunity on the other side. So let's go find ourselves a few levels. First level will be the black line here. So we're expecting a break below, bounce and shoot up. Or more importantly and more likely would be this point where the news ran off from. So we may come just shy of that, somewhere above. So if you look left, there's a whole range right there. So we should come somewhere shy of this, somewhere in this region. Somewhere in this region, I'm just going to go change the colors to red. Okay, somewhere there. Next point of call obviously will be the black line below. So in either of these points, we should anticipate a strong push down. However, we may also just get a bounce up here. If we get a bounce up here, then what it means is we're most likely going to consolidate for a while. That's just what it means. Not breaking this week's lows. And we're very likely going to go all the way to the upside. Again, to the upside and potentially out of this box. So we have two potential entries. One being the less favored. So I'm looking for a break to the upside, which may come only if this trend line isn't broken. All right. So we're looking for a break of structure to the upside. If you look left, it's another key zone. If you look left. Okay. So let's put this here. We put this here and find ourselves a small kill zone which we can watch. So 15 pip zone shouldn't be that much. More like this. Okay. So this is what we're looking at. We're looking at this pushing all the way up into that zone. But before then, we're actually anticipating we'll get some strong moves to continue the downward momentum, inducing the sellers, making everybody think and feel that the market has actually really broken that trend line. Okay. If we consider this a strong reversal M, this is an A, this is another A about to be formed. So we're expecting another lower low, confirming that we're now in a downtrend. We're making lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. On the break of this line, everybody is saying we're going down, downtrend. However, we're now looking to see where all the downtrend sellers will be trapped, right? So I think it's pretty straightforward from what we do. Everyone should understand that. Okay, so this is where I'm looking at this going. Someone here will be saying, catch the 50 pips down. Well, we might. And I'll paint that scenario where we would catch the 50 pips down. Okay, but for now, that's what I'm looking at. This thing shooting all the way back up, out of the box. Okay, but we'll have a fat box to deal with as well. So I'm just going to shrink that. Now, all of this would be time sensitive. So we're only interested in this move based on the time that these things play out. Okay, so we're going to give the scenario where we're going to write this down with the masses. So we're going to write this down with the masses if and only if this happens. So if we get a breakdown, and we get the retest here, and we get the firm rejection, we would explore going in. Going in how long? Into our zones. So anywhere here to give us our proper W, which might come on the New York session, right? So that's our trade setup. This could happen morning, and this could happen New York session. So we'll be here to watch it in the next 1 to 2 hours. We'll be here to see what happens. On the reverse end, my sell bias would be this. Okay. So rather, we will be anticipating a move to the up and out, inducing sellers and buyers, and a stop hunt out. Right? If we get our M here, which is where I would prefer, somewhere around 11 midday-ish, then we have a drop. That's what I prefer. New York boys come back and give us a 2618, and then that's our firm sell, right? So we have a number of plays that we can have here. Again, back down to the bottom of the channel will be our targets on this one. That's why it's there. So I'm going to change the color. Let's just change the color to.
Before makes more sense.
Change the color to red for a sell move. Okay, so this is my setup. Someone look through the charts if there's any other pair we should look at. I'm going to look at the rest, our usual rest. Okay, so that's our sell bias and that's our buy bias for today. As you can see just from looking at the structure, the buy move right at the bottom, which might happen New York, or who knows, maybe even tomorrow morning, right? Will be the juicy trade. We should easily collect 50 to 100 pips on that move. However, we're just waiting for the channel to be broken, and then we see what happens. Channel breaks and gives us a retest on that trend line. We'll go short with it. Channel doesn't break on this down move, or breaks and goes all the way down into any of our Q zones, and we will fancy the sell instead, right? So let's see what happens. Either or, one way or the other, right? So I'm just going to publish this. GBP USD scenario. Okay, I'm going to publish this. I'm going to add
Okay. Just run now. Run now.
This thing I use them. Why is it no?
okay, so our scenarios that
One polish. One. Yeah, the bank. Okay, that's it.
okay, so I've broken this all down, and that's for that. Okay. Okay, guys, that's our analysis, trend analysis, chart pattern, beyond technical analysis, tax, GBP, USD, GBP, USD. All right, so GU, we've had GU go. Again, just to reflect on some of yesterday's ideas, and just so we're all seeing how this really plays out. Uh, yeah, yesterday I labeled this for education, even though we all know it was for money, not education only. Uh,
See, what is an institution? Education.
Nice it.
okay, I guess network has chosen to be dragged. Dragged.
Okay.
Okay. More I'm having some network challenges here. Richard. Patience is the name of the game, guys. Patience is the name of the game. So we see our setup from yesterday. We broke to the low pretty late in the day, very late actually in the day. New York, we had a W, and we're pushing all the way up, right? We're pushing all the way up, pushing all the way up, and we need to wait it out. Okay, we need to wait it out. Waiting for something to happen somewhere along the lines today. All right, very choppy market. Notice it's really not going anywhere. Just tested the lows of the week, hit a double bottom and it's taken off. Okay, what else is there to look at? What else is there to look at? Look at. Let's see USD JPY. I know the dollar has been taking a hit. Yeah, so further down movement. So on USD JPY, for instance, we're just going to allow this guy drop all the way. So notice it has given one test on our level. Let me just break this down as well. Okay, let me just break this down as well. Who knows? We might find something here. Okay, so big picture, like we can see what's going on. Nothing that we predict. Structure being obeyed perfectly. So again, I believe you guys see what I mean when I say, look, trend line break is just a trap, right? I hope you guys can begin to appreciate how that you really shouldn't be trapped, right? So you see what's going to happen here. Very similar stuff. Trend line break, trend line break, we're going to have a very nice move to the upside because everybody's going to say this trend line has been broken and they're going to by default sell. Okay, so trend line break, expect a dance and a move to the upside. How? Very similar to this. We broke above, this break above trapped the buyers. We shot all the way down, killing the buyers. Break of the trend line and retest of some sort. Induced the sellers, meaning made the sellers see reasons to sell. Trend line broke, retested, lower low. That's obviously a sell, a downtrend. High, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Everybody's selling. What happens next? Kill the sellers. Kill the sellers. Go high above this previous point that everybody thinks is now a buy. And that means everybody cuts their sales. So that's just what's happening. And that's what's going to keep happening. And that's what's going to continue to happen. So right now we're in a nice place. If we see a fine W around here, we'll jump in and ride this thing all the way up. If you see a nice W down in that zone, let me just formally make it a zone. So it's a zone that we could explore. We could explore probably tomorrow or later in the day. It's a 4-hour time frame I'm looking at here. So big. Enough pips and some massive movement. Okay, so I fancy this kind of arrangement, but preferably with a stop hunt low. So we may just fake everybody that are breaking here and then spike all the way up. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's one to watch out for on the UJ. I'm just going to publish it because I want to put a few ideas out there. We're stretching this session. London is officially live, so let's keep an eye on GU for what plays out there. Well, let me just keep giving. Let me keep giving through here. Okay. By setup. Wednesday, Thursday. Should play on 4H. Okay. All right. So we have a potential buy setup likely as mid-week reversal W on kill zone identified. Wait for W with preferably a stop hunt low. Okay, very simple and easy to follow. Long category trend, chart pattern, beyond technicals. Okay. USD, JPY, USD, JPY. All right. So publishing that as well. Okay, I'll just go grab the YouTube link so anyone on here can see that. Let me just confirm. I believe we should be live. I believe we're live. Okay. So this was our USD outlook yesterday. See how this baby plays out. All right. You and everybody. Okay, so yesterday we had our Q zone. Boom. Nice juicy drop. Okay, and that's what's playing out. So we'll see how this continues all the way to the end. Nice juicy drop. Just going to throw this into the YouTube. Are we live? Yeah, we're live on the YouTube. Okay, so I'll end this soon. You guys just remember to subscribe to the channel. That's pretty much it. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the TradingView channel as well. Let's just have fun making money together. Okay. All right. So G, we're going to observe this for a bit and let's see how it goes. Okay. Observe G for a bit. Push into the lows. Let's see if we have a proper break of this structure. We do fine. If we don't, fine. Okay. Alrighty. So what next? What next? ERUSD, nothing fancy. UJ, we have a potential zone we mapped up or marked out there. We'll keep hunting these guys down tomorrow and next. We'll see how far or how close we're able to get. Okay. So yeah, I think I remember why I opened this guy. I think I remember why I opened this guy. I want to get that guy. Okay, so let's look at this. So I can grab the YouTube channel. So that's the YouTube channel link. For everybody who's asking, that's the YouTube channel link. You probably will change soon at some point to a properly defined one. But there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, so let me just add that to, let's just add that to the markups here. Okie dokie. Okay, so that's done. Can be. Okay, so let's see what opportunities play out. Just hang on the chat, stay on there, and let's observe and let's chat in the group. So we keep chatting in the group. If we get a rejection here, what's happening is a rejection off of the lows. So take note, in this region, we should easily anticipate a reversal. A break of this is when we should anticipate a W, a break of the Asian, preferably here, right? This will come in New York. If we get a rejection off of here, then we're waiting for a break of this box to the upside to get an M. That's all we're after. However, there's a scenario where we may see this, okay? A nice rejection off of this trend line. Then we may be tempted, but personally, I may not be tempted. Personally, I may not be tempted. Okay, I was going to try and push this. I can't.
As a present,
I'm going to end the live stream. Let me just quickly check and see if we have any questions. Any questions for me, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to end the YouTube. I will still be on here. You all are welcome. Okay, some questions in the chat. Let me just quickly look through those. EJGJ, EJGJ, EJGJ. Okay, EJGJ. GBP, JPY. Hmm? Okay, GJ, like we can see similar play happening. We're just going to obviously push down a little bit, induce more sellers, and then potentially have a buy opportunity. This is a 4 hour time frame. This is a 4 hour time frame. We've recently just broken and tested and rejected. So look, we broke this level previous weeks or several weeks lows, right? We've broken it, violated it. We've gone up to test it, and we're pushing all the way down. So further down movements, the pound, further down movement to where? To any of our levels below, what will be the trigger to actually go in? The trigger to go in will be a W, right? Has to be a W. So for GJ, if we suddenly spike down on this 1 hour chart, huge spike but a huge pullback up. So a week here, look left, structure leaves clues. If we do this here and pull all the way back up, I would suggest wait for a break, wait for a push above and a come back down to either give us a 2618 in this region. Just look left, same thing. So if we get something like this, then yeah, we can ride this all the way back up. However, this could potentially come all the way down. To keep trapping the buyers, a lot of people bought here. And in opposite direction, many people still have their trades open. So these buyers need to be shaken off. So what's it doing? Potential double bottom. Induced the buyers, broke them, came back up, validating the fact that this level has been broken. So the buyers get out. Stubborn buyers have their SLs all the way down. So what would happen? Potentially, this move could drop an extra 20, 30, 40 pips just to frustrate the living daylight out of everybody. However, everybody except us. Except us, why? Except us because, if anything, we're anticipating a midweek reversal. Reversal of what has been an obvious meltdown of the pound. Right? So obvious meltdown of the pound. So nothing fancy here for me. If anything, we're looking at this region. If anything, we're looking at this region right here. Okay? If anything, we're looking at this region, bounces all the way anywhere in this region, right? This is what we're looking at. So don't be fooled, don't be trapped. One scenario, allow this to happen. That's your entry, buy long. Next scenario, preferred scenario, we've already had a retest, so we're expecting this to come down, induce the buyers again, and push further down. See, we have a line at the bottom, double bottom here, and spike all the way up, right? That's our trade, right? So preferred trade is the buy down below, That's our preferred trade, right? The buy down below. Why below? Wait for it to go down below. Wait, because it will mean that we've been able to predict one or two moves first, the down move, the hop, push into our zone. That's what gives us the confidence to actually go on and want to buy, right? Remember, we're always predicting first. So we need to be able to identify potential, predict correctly that potential, and then juicy trade, 25 pips or 147, 150 pips. Good risk reward ratio on that one. I'm pretty much sure similar thing will be happening or will be setting up for the EUR-JPY. EUR-JPY. Okay, see, like textbook, similar, W, similar setup, similar stuff, always happening, same stuff, always happening. Okay, same stuff always happening. Okay, so again, we would wait to see what happens. If this wants to go from here, which I doubt, we'll wait and just see what happens. However, this could be a real potential setup here. So I'm going to the 4 hour time frame. Let's go back and see if we can find some sort of on to. All right. So we can hang on to a number of these here. You can hang on to a number of these right here. Okay. So we have a few points here, as you can see. We have a few points down below. See this break? So this is where I'll be looking at. See this week? See this week? See this railroad track break? So I'm just going to go over here. All right? Potential point. So nobody might be seeing this. That happened January, 3rd of January. Nobody's looking that far back anymore. All people are seeing is potential point about to be broken. Potential point about to be broken, retesting, buy. Okay? Well, I see this going all the way down. I'm actually stop hunting here. Right? Inducing sellers and coming all the way up. Right? That's the potential trade. We have a nice gap here that also potentially needs to be filled. Yeah, so that's my take. More down moves. Wednesday is a trap day. So let's wait all these players out. Wednesday is a trap day. Wednesday is a trap day. Let's not get trapped. Okay. So that's what I see. Any more questions or anything else for me? Let me switch. Okay, so we good. So I'm not going to publish these ideas because I'm not taking them, but let me just take a snapshot for you. So let me take a snapshot and yeah, let me just take a snapshot and send to my private group. Okay, let me take a snapshot and send to the person asking for a snapshot. Which one should we do? Okay, let me do that. Okay, let me just send it. Let me send it in here. Okay, let me do this instead. Because I want to filter it from what we are typically looking at. Okay. Okay, let me just drop it here because all of you are still in here. So snapshot 1 for ERJPY, snapshot 2 for GBPJPY. Nice like that, right? So snapshot 2 for GBPJPY. Then I'm going to give the snapshots for my preferred trades, right? And then we'll end this so it's not a very long live stream. Okay. Next snapshot. Okay. Okay. Next snapshot for my preferred USD GPY. Okay. Going to a 16-minute time frame. Okay. Next snapshot. Okay, and final snapshot, our baby GBP USD with the multiple scenarios, multiple scenarios here. Beautiful snapshots. Beautiful snapshots. This guy. Oh, I don't know. No, please. No. All right, so there we have that. Okay, so we'll call this quits. Yeah. Okay. So we'll call it a short here. All right. Okay, so fantastic day. See you all later on, right? Okay, so let's go. Thanks and see you guys tomorrow and in the group today. Now.